like Pro Dota were going to like kind of overplay their hand, but maybe Vici just really wanted to try to get like one or two.
They're gathering up for a smoke. Vici, that is. Using it.
Alright, so we are going to see Pro Dota in the bottom lane. Looks like they're going to try to secure that tier 1.
But again, they also know no one shows. Vici is disappearing from the map. Pro Dota also trying to hide in the trees, setting up a fight.
But right now, I feel like unless they get like the initiation with the Nyx bomb, do you feel that Vici have a little bit better of a fight?
Vici will definitely have the upper hand right now.
There's the power shot revealing Pro Dota, but there's the chemical rage into his shackle. He's out of the game for now, and there's the right click coming out. Look at all of this damage, the physicality of the Venge and the Drow working together along with the puck, and coming with the illusionary orb. Sexy Bambo will end up falling. It's 3 down for Pro Dota, and it looks like there will be a buyback from Bone7 trying to teleport himself back into the fray, but it looks like a desperation. But that meld is just too much for the Lifestealer.
Very well executed fight again. It was
5 down and a buyback, and is this going to be 6 in a row? Bone7 desperately trying, but the Desolator is too much. He ends up falling, and this is going to be a tier 2 secured.
No, the GG is out.
Yeah, there's the GG.
The towel in.
Alright, but of course this is a best of 3, so it's only 1 loss. Vici do take game number 1. So unfortunately, it does look like Sexy Bambo's prediction of 2-0 is out off of the table. But I mean, that was a very exciting game, but we just saw that tipping point where it was everything was even, and then it was just one team fight, a second team fight, and a third team fight, fourth team fight, and it was game over.
Pretty soon. And I think what Pro Dota will do from this is they might very well commit to some kind of cheese, because after the beginning, this game did look pretty hopeless.
但是打到中期之后，还是我们昨天看的那场小组赛一样的道理，就是炼金这个人在中期其实能起到的作用是非常小，相比于 TA 来说的话，它的作用要小很多。而VG 这边几乎是一个全民皆兵的状态，就是打起来之后永远是5个人，不管他们是5人齐还是一个一个 TP 过来，那么作战能力是完全不在一个档次上面。发条这个英雄我们也知道，他是一个容错率偏低的英雄，虽然这一局其实发条的发挥已经非常好了，几次是勾中对方的英雄，或者说在关键位置放出这个能量齿轮，但是实在没办法，自己这边的输出跟这个小黑无源体系完全不在一个层面上，对面的推塔他们也没有任何办法，自己这边只能是疲于应对。看到炼金其实很早就出来打架了，刚刚闭章就出来打架，然后带了辉耀之后也没什么钱，没什么时间去刷钱，就是一直来参团，一直来参团。所以说这个阵容拿出来之后，我们也说了，应该说这局 VG 大概率是要获胜的。
转折点是中路那一波团灭对方嘛，那个时候我记得是完全没有去管那个炼金，直接杀死了他的4个队友，然后把炼金追死了。
对，
就其实那个时间段的炼金的作用确实不大，他可能只是比其他英雄稍微肉一点，就是大招之后嘛，稍微肉一点，但是你只要不去处理他，先处理他的队友就可以了。
对，就这个炼金的装备还没有来到他最强势的阶段。前面其实我们也就说了，这个阵容可能炼金完全到不了那种20多分钟6神装5神装上你高地的阶段，所以说不太需要考虑冰魂这个英雄。所以 Pro Dota 这手班人，我个人认为是个空班，没有什么道理的一个。
是。那其实还是希望 PT 战队能够调整一下状态，总结一下经验，然后在下一场比赛的时候，期待他们一个更好的发挥。那么也希望 VG 战队能够保持现在的状态，期待双方为我们带来下一场非常精彩的对决。那么现在呢，我们稍事休息，待会儿再见。
站在最好的赛场上，让更多人为你欢呼。这是全部吗？不，你还拥有无限可能。重塑对极限的认知。Alienware Area 51采用英特尔酷睿 i7 处理器。
奥风后继的电竞新品首发，专为游戏竞技定制，冠军战队专属选择，龙珠女子战队倾城代言，专业电竞显示器爱干爱攻，顶级战场等你来战。
强者并非与生俱来，而是源自强大的内心，是充满力量的心，是专注的心。它可以把控一切，同时不失细节。这颗心让强者卓然超群，打破限制，撼动世界。要知道，磨练可以造就强者，而英特尔酷睿 i7 处理器更让强者势不可挡。
这
来看镜头，
无关身份，无关性别，无关分数高低，无关内敛还是耀眼，无关体重，无关收入多少，无关命运、选择、前途、希望。这只关系到每一次当你准备战斗，等待最后的读秒。你是谁？
别给我说要低调，我根本听不到。想跟我讲什么战术走位，你最好先追上我。
盲狙、甩狙除了反应，还需要天赋。
感觉来了，枪枪都是黄金爆弹。
节奏加距离，我用刀可以削分全场。
在我的世界里，
做不了最好的，就做最屌的。
穿越火线，不服来战，
站在最好的赛场上，让更多人为你欢呼。这是全部吗？不，你还拥有无限可能。
52 vs 52超大规模机甲战争，机动战士敢达 OL 最新资料片上线，不同阵容的势力对抗，带你体验有史以来最大规模国战。最强 ZZ 敢达降临，快来感受最强敢达机师的魅力和荣耀。戴尔游侠7000笔记本专为年轻群体设计，炫酷外形，性能强悍。了解更多优惠，请关注游侠7000官方微店。傲风之刃电竞外观专利，纳米级透气靠背，180度后躺，4D 扶手 ，Auto Full 傲风，电竞选手爱用的电竞椅。制胜之道，长指之先，狼派电竞装备。
T-Move
专业电竞品牌 iGO 爱公为 WCA 2016官方唯一指定显示器品牌，爱公为荣耀而战。极客极致极酷，西伯利亚专业电竞游戏耳机，带你来一场身临其境的战斗。
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the WCA semifinals of course, the tournament of the WCA Grand Finals. And I've mentioned it is organized by the Yinchuan municipal government. And we are going in to game number 2 here at the WCA. And of course, this is going to be the game between Pro.Dota and Vici, and we'll decide who will move on to the finals. Now, we saw some really interesting plays coming out of Vici, but really it just came down to like 2 key team fights that just allowed them to just explode and completely dominate Pro.Dota. And we were kind of thinking at the beginning that maybe Pro.Dota could create some chaos and kind of disrupt the playstyle of Vici, but that did not seem to be the case.
No, it looked for a long time that Vici actually didn't find an opening to just completely go in and fight them. But once they finally did, which first happened on the top lane in one team fight, and then later in an even bigger, more important team fight where they completely wiped Pro.Dota, it was a very one-sided game from then on over. Before that, however, it actually looked quite open, which is unexpected since Vici went into this game as a complete favorite to win this game and the tournament as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Vici have been playing pretty much completely flawlessly this entire tournament, and it was really interesting to see, at least in that first, I think it was about 14 minutes, that there was a lot of like back and forth and like this, palpable tension between both of the teams where it was just kind of back and forth. There was some good pickoffs up at the top lane, up at the bottom, or down at the bottom lane. But do you think that we're going to see that again, or do you feel that now that Pro.Dota have lost their one game, that maybe this is kind of like the dam has been opened and that we're just going to see a 2-0 victory at a VC, or do you think that they're still in the game?
I think that Vici might not go for a draw strat again, because in the entire group stage they did not, but I'm not sure about that. On the other hand, Pro.Dota might try to commit to something that is even weirder, but I'm not sure if they actually will. Like, Skywrath was already kind of a bit of a pocket pickup, but it's not a complete commitment to something odd as they tried to do so before with Meepo or with Ricky. Meepo, however, being first banned by Vici just so they don't have to deal with something like that.
Yeah, I can see Pro.Dota's logic when they picked up the Lifestealer, the Clockwork, the Skywrath, because it's just, you hook shot into the carry, you have the Nyx bomb, and then you can follow it up right away with the Skywrath ultimate, and it's just going to be instant death for anyone who's inside that little small combo. But we didn't really exactly see the execution, I think, as well. I think we only really saw that done once successfully on the pickoff off the Drow, just outside of Vici's shrine.
The thing is, when Skywrath got high enough level to actually use this, already there were some 4 staffs up, and it was already like a possibility to just escape it. So it was quite hard for them to even get to that point.
All right, so we are going to be heading into the ban and pick phase. As it is well known, now the sides have been changed, so Pro Dota will be sitting on the Radiant, Vici will be on the ban, and we're not really going to be surprised probably by the first two bans. Same as before, the Meepo and the Shadow Demon both being taken out of the game. Pro Dota are going to change it up a little bit. They do ban out the IO, just knowing that FY is, I would say, arguably the best IO player at this tournament, if not like in his region. And then they're straight up saying, no, we do not want to deal with this drow strategy. So they remove the drow, which removes the possibility of seeing the same draft as before.
Interesting. They're picking up a Night Stalker for Bamboo in the first phase, so nothing really weird coming out from that. They picked NS up before as well, going with a Storm as well, Dodge and Warlock. Oracle 2, a hero that they already had picked before. Nothing out of the ordinary so far, so maybe they think that what they had at the beginning of last game, when Vici actually tried to push a lot of tier 1 towers and kind of struggled, even lost heroes to it, maybe they can actually repeat this, and this time make the game go into a different direction.
I will say that I really like the Night Stalker pickup. We know that Vici love their aggressive wards, and they are very much like a vision-based team. And having the Night Stalker, I think, is going to help limit their movement on the map, at least I think theoretically. And, correct me if I'm wrong, I really also enjoy the Oracle pickup. When you max his nuke, it's super effective, isn't it? Like 300 damage every like 1.2 seconds or 2.2 seconds?
Sure, I'm not sure what exactly they will pick into that, but I think we will see that coming. Again, banning out the Pit Lord, I wonder if they actually played the game a little bit more, because he got changed, nerfed a bit, and put into captain's mode, so I'm not sure if they know something that I don't or we don't, such as Vici already having played that hero in this patch in some scrim mayhaps. We'll see.
Yeah,
Luna had also a carry that they picked up quite often in the group stage, basically nearly every game. And he works well against Night Stalker as well due to the night vision. Not amazingly well, but better than most carries.
Yeah, so Vici are going to end up banning out the OD. We were theory crafting earlier, and we felt that OD was still, even though like it's been kind of like the last 3 patches he's been strong, but we felt like this patch 7.0 that he would also continue to be extremely strong.
Definitely, and it's also a hero that they already had picked up in the group stage before, and he did really well in that game. Interesting Juggernaut here by Pro Dota, making me think that they actually will try to go for early pushes before Luna gets up her items and actually wins team fights.
And so in response to this, do you think that Vici have to respond to the Juggernaut pick by maybe picking something that can kind of deal with him early, or at least try to mitigate some pushing?
They will have to pick some strong supports and some other stronger early heroes that are strong early, so that they can actually deal with potential push pressure by Pro Dota. It's going to be interesting what FY will have in this game again, and DDC as well, because they usually are the axis around which Vici actually rotates.
Not that, like, and correct me once again if I'm wrong, but I feel like Pro Dota have a lot of spells that are really great for like a Rubik to steal. I mean, like Night Stalker has the slow, the silence, Oracle has the nuke / heal, or even just the dispel, and on top of that, like the Juggernaut. Oh, actually, we're going to end up seeing a Dazzle coming out.
Very much focusing on that armor, mitigating the damage from their own team. Interesting pickup, nevertheless. It does help them take early team fights against the Juggernaut healing ward. Crobolus pickup. Okay.
So are we just dedicated? It looks like Pro Dota are just completely dedicating themselves to potentially like lots of early movement coming out of the Night Stalker, maybe at like around 4 minutes at first night, and once Krob hits like level 6, level 7, grouping up, using the healing ward, and just push as long as she has her ultimate.
They will use time pushes definitely every night. Probably they will pop a Crobolus also to get some towers.
So, Vici, how do you respond to like a Death Prophet push strategy like this? Do you just have to like let them take your tier 1s and hope that Luna gets enough items to be able to deal with her? Or is there going to be like a support pick that you feel would deal with the Death Prophet well?
I'm not sure, and they really haven't committed to anything yet in the draft when it comes to that. Basically, either they go for heroes that help them and potentially make it possible for them to win the team fights in early mid-game, or they choose some other heroes that go for more kind of a split push approach to this. But yeah, Dazzle would point towards the team fighting, of course, but it's not really a commitment either. Alchemist being banned out by Vici, though, a hero that Prototype have picked up the entire tournament. So the thing about this is basically, even more, they are forced now to actually go and act and push and fight. With an Alchemist, it would not have been as much pressure on them, which is also why they have picked it up before, so that they can sit back and play a bit turtling.
So, out of interest, the interaction between Dazzle's Weave and the Death Prophet's Exorcism. The Exorcism is physical damage, so does that help stop some of the damage coming out during the team fights?
Definitely, but it's basically just timing, like whether they take the fight in the right moment or not. And they completely commit to that armor, going for Shadow Fiend here as well, on top of the Dazzle and Slaughter already. So definitely going for the team fighting instead of trying to split push or anything like that. They want to take those fights, and they want to take them early.
Alright, now, I just feel like team fighting into like a Juggernaut and a Death Prophet seems to me like almost suicide.
No, they will. I don't know. It depends on what happens with the last support as well, but I don't think they're gonna have that much trouble. It's just that they might have to wait and at worst probably succeed, forfeit like 1 or 2 tier 1 towers. But after that they should have enough gold, like just one mech up or like just a Yasha, something like that, Dragonlance on SF or whatever, and they will be able to take those fights successfully.
Alright, so we are heading into our final bans and our final picks. We see the final ban on the Dire going to be the Sand King, and then Pro Dota are going to opt to ban out Darkseer and the Earth Spirit.
Darkseer, of course, being a hero that would have given them lots of opportunities to take team fights as well. FY going to play Clockwork as a support, I suppose. An interesting choice, and it's a good choice, I feel, because it can protect the Shadow Fiend, of course, from both Jugger and the Night Stalker rotating in.
Alright, and so we are take a look at the concentration on both of the captains' faces as they put on their headsets, and we are going to see that final pickup is going to be the Bat Rider on Pro Dota, and that's going to be Sexy Bambo.
Yeah, I guess he's not playing the Night Stalker after all. Probably going to go for the Bat Rider, but not absolutely certain. We will see in a second. It does seem more likely, definitely, though.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into game number 2. Now, if Pro Dota Gaming end up losing this match, they will be falling into the fight for second and third place, or for the fight into the lower bracket. Meanwhile, Vici Gaming will be going on to the grand finals, which will be happening tomorrow at the same time. And now I think we are going to have to probably talk like a little bit about like the synergy between these heroes.
Okay, well, it's gonna, I don't know. The thing that is gonna be interesting to see is how much FY actually rotates on that Clockwork and how much he will instead just pull creeps or whatever. FY is not playing the Clockwork. FY is playing the Slaughter. Slaughter is a support. Interesting. It is a very roam heavy support, but what might happen as well is that he starts off with the jungle, or that he gets like something else to...
Oh, Sexy Bambo already right-clicking down DDC, hitting about half health, but that Poison Touch
feeding the SF souls as well with the Clockwork, making sure he wins the last hitting on mid hard.
Yeah, we did see this coming out last time with Mikasa getting those extra souls. Only 5 at the moment. I think last time they managed to get 12 on him before they started the laning phase. It was pretty significant.
Yeah, but they have to rotate out to at least get 2 of the bounty runes. We had a similar battle again, though, as you said before. Bamboo against DDC, both planting their wards, this time neither of them getting dewarded. And more cogs being fed towards the SF, while they walk towards the bounty runes themselves.
Alright, and as we can see, just taking... doesn't look like we're going to see any level 1 fighting, just going to be securing the respective runes on each side of the map. No surprise smoke ganks or anything like that.
FY already running around with a smoke and a wind blaze, and can feel that he wants to roam, get kills.
All right, so let's begin with our introductions as the as our laning phase begins, and it's actually going to be Bone 7 on the Bat Rider, and next we have 747 going to be playing this Juggernaut, well known for his Juggernaut. Next up we have Biver, who will be playing the Oracle. Then we have Crobulus, also known as Death Prophet, going to be played by 3-3 in the mid lane, and last but not least we have Sexy Bamboo playing that off lane Night Stalker.
Bone 7 already trading some hits with DDC, but now FY comes in and he has to run away with his boots.
Oh, there's the slow.
Close to the slaughter.
And now he's stunned. This very well might be first blood. Are they going to give it to FY? Yes, he is. First blood being drawn.
But the Dazzle getting rooted, barely getting away with 1 HP.
Oh my goodness.
From those new neutrals. But they're still unfamiliar spells.
Yeah, I feel like
situation.
Yeah, I feel like the proc chance of the root on the new ancients is actually like really high.
I think it's a spell, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, it is a spell. It's not even a. It's an autocast. Bamboo getting pressured a little bit FY on that top lane. But that first blood definitely benefits him a lot, since he's going to start off with boots immediately and have those movement speed, that movement speed that he actually needs to get more roaming done. Even last hitting on the lane a bit instead of end.
Alright, and in the bottom lane we do see 747 and Yang going up against each other. Oracle, Biver, ready
already
to put out
dropping some of the mana from the Jugger as well, making sure he doesn't die to spin later on.
Yeah, and he's actually currently does not have enough mana to use his spin.
Usually a Jugger picks up a mango, which he has, or a stick, so that they have a chance against it. The D ward happening from Vici, so that they can pull the big spots on top lane. Meanwhile, Mikasa on mid lane.
He's very. Is it going to be enough? There's the healing cell, but into it.
Oh,
well done.
Both of them end up dying.
But it looks like. Oh, it says here that yeah, the Crobulus ended up killing Mikasa first, so she ends up getting a little bit of the extra gold, and of course gets the XP from that.
Very close situation as before. And we missed a kill on Luna on top lane. Bone 7 rotating in with Bamboo, dropping the Luna. So some very nice rotations actually going on by Pro Dota, giving them a kill on the position 1 from Vici.
Alright, and Sexy Bamboo is getting out that Dazzle. There will be just a little bit of a stun, tiny bit of harassment damage. Luna will come. There's the stun coming out on the Crobulus. Is it going to be enough? Absolutely not. Destroyed with those shadow raises and a couple right clicks from FY. Good rotations already.
And he's starting to walk towards the bot lane. Are they going to attempt to get something done there? No, just taking up the rune. Or is he? Walking towards the shrine.
Yeah, what is this good friend of our FY? Okay, looks like they're going to use up the shrine. A bit. Oh, hello.
However, not in peril quite yet. Bone 7 making sure of that.
I feel like this Clockwork is actually faring extremely well, considering that the lane he's going up against, like the Oracle and the Juggernaut, he's using the cogs. Oh, there comes the Dispel coming out on Yang, but he's going to be able to close the gap, and there will be no follow-ups spin, of course, just based on his harassment.
And FY dropping Biver's HP to half.
DDC actually ends up taking out the Bat Rider
on the top lane while they try to dive. And dropping a bit low as well again though. Is FY going to try to sneak into mid lane again, finding a DD? Will he pick it up? He will indeed. And he will try to get a kill on that Crobulus on mid lane, I feel.
Oh, here comes the spin, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think those cogs are just keeping him safe. But he's actually going to end up running himself forward, right-clicking Biver along with the battery assault. Going to take a crit to the face, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think Biver might end up falling, and now he's healing himself back up. Pushes him out with the cogs. Yang, are you going to go for 2? Are you really going for 2? He's healing himself safely, but I don't think he is. Yeah, no, he's going to disengage.
Very well played by him, definitely.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Crobulus going to get herself stunned. Shadow Raise using that suck to try to keep herself alive. FY getting a bit low into the spirits, and now Mikasa. This is going to be Sexy Bamboo showing his strength as a rotator and ends up cleaning up. They end up losing 2 for none.
They did not expect the heal from Crobulus to be that high keeping her alive for so long that Bamboo actually managed to rotate in time to kill 2.
Yeah, the Spirit Siphon's such a powerful spell. You really have to be careful when you're rotating in on her, because she can use it on multiple heroes at the same time, so it's just that little bit of
FY
extra.
on top lane.
Oh, hello. There's the slow coming in into the slam. Is it going to be enough to take out this Bone 7? It looks like it will. Luna ends up picking up that kill, but had 5 stacks of napalm on her. Oh, in the mid lane, this is a super active game. There's Biver trying to stop Mikasa from killing him. But there's 3. Mikasa just running himself away, but now DDC, Spirit Siphon slowed down, pops the stick. Is it going to be enough? Shallow Grave comes out. Will he end up surviving? Looks like she's going to try to dedicate herself to it, but the ultimate might... No, it will be Sexy Bamboo getting that kill. There's the slow. Running into the tier 2. They're going so deep. They're going to pick up 2's double kill for Sexy. And of course, this Exorcism still up, putting out a little bit of damage, but there's not really much that Vici could do there.
A lot of fights coming out of this game. A very active one as well. I like the rotations by FY again, but not only him, Bone 7 as well, going around, killing people, as does Bamboo. Standing on mid lane with that Invis rune, trying to find someone. And so does Jug. Will they
There's
find
the
Yang?
spin into the slow. He's silenced. Gonna try to keep him up, but I don't believe Shallow Grave is up. But there will be the slow. But there's the Jugger ultimate coming out to secure that kill. And now the Spirit Siphon out on Mikasa. Pushing out a couple Shadow Raves, another heal. Sexy Bamboo going to disengage. The stun will end up hitting out on this Jugger. Takes out his healing ward. Trying to get the block, but is going to have to try to dedicate himself to give those souls to Mikasa. And that is indeed what is going to end up happening.
A bit of an overcommitment on the SF there. They should have gone back, but they got greedy a little bit. Meanwhile, Bone 7 farming away freely on his top lane, getting levels too.
It should be mentioned that like Shadow Fiend has just hit level 6. Meanwhile, Bone 7, you know, on that off lane, just has also hit his level 6 7 minutes into the game. So he has another ultimate available for, you know, more of these kind of nighttime rotations that we saw coming out at 4 minutes.
Yang standing right behind Mikasa. Going back towards that bot lane. A lot of rotations coming towards the bot lane indeed. Bamboo already being prepared. Trying to find the clockwork that he saw walk under the ward. But Yang walking towards mid lane, trying to kill the Kobolos again.
Trying to maybe find 3-3. There's the cogs coming out. Sexy Bamboo already ready to go. Uses the hookshot on Biver. And is going to try to walk himself to safety. And it looks like he'll be okay. Drops. There is a censure word being dropped. And maybe Bamboo wants to try to go for FY if he gets himself a little bit. There's the... But now it's daytime. He is going to end up being slowed down. So there's no follow-up on FY. Not able to dedicate themselves to that kill.
Clockwork having a very great game though, so far.
Yeah, he is farming extremely well. He was 28-8 in that laning phase, and for an offlaner going up against that Oracle Juggernaut, you think that you probably would have seen a lot less farm on him. But that being said, Bamboo, you know, picking up quite a few kills so far.
Both Bamboo and FY have been rotating so much this game. Some pings coming out. I think they might want to push a tower already.
Very possibly. I think every single time that you have a Crobulus with the ultimate, they just want to try to dedicate themselves to a tower.
Some drawings going on.
And Bone 7 has received
FY and Yang being smoked towards mid though. Smoke is not being broken. They will find the Crobolus.
There's no vision whatsoever. There's the hook shot coming in on the Crob. 1 Shadow Raise, 2 Shadow Raise, and that's going to be a very dead Death Prophet. Meanwhile, there will be the rotation coming around. Mikasa slowed down. There's the dragging him out into the fray. Is it a heal? Is there a Shallow Grave? There's no Shallow Grave. Spins. Is there an ultimate available? You're going to end up using the Eclipse. There's the slow on the Juggernaut. Are you going to be able to clean this up? But it looks like Bone 7's in a great position. But there's the kill coming for the Luna. Do they want to dedicate themselves to kill Biver as well? But Juggernaut ends up surviving that engagement.
A bit of a back and forth.
Now let's take a quick look at that overall fight recap. So looks like it was a pretty even exchange, but I feel like right now Pro Dota like really have a grasp on this game. I feel like they're kind of the ones who are controlling the tempo a bit.
They did manage to get the SF right there, but Vici pushed them back. Did however not get the tier 1 from it or anything like that.
Well, there's a Spirit Siphon coming out on DDC. Is it going to be enough? He will end up having to force out that
Bone 7
Shallow Grave
overextending again a little bit, but will get away.
All right, there we are. But
Yang
now
in trouble.
Yang, remember there is no shallow grave available, and the Spirit Siphon's going to be, he's going to pop his stick, uses the hook shot on the creeps, and it will be enough for him to survive, but will Crab try to get him? Oh my goodness, there's the heal from the Dazzle, saving his life.
But they might still get this tier 1 tower from the whole situation. Very well played again from the Clockwork though. Getting very low there but away. Clutch gameplays by him.
Yeah, there's not much this Dazzle can really do to stop this push. I mean, Luna's just doing a bit. There's going to be a couple shadow raises. Bambo getting a bit of harassment damage. There's a stun and a slow on 3-3, but...
Tower in deny range.
Yeah, there it is in deny range. I think that's probably the optimal for... There it is, yeah, Mikasa will end up denying that tower. Still, it's a little bit of map control being removed by Vici.
It was also a fight that they... Well, it's not really a fight, but it was a situation that they took at daytime, so this is very good. Usually you have to start retreating and play more carefully if you have a Night Stalker. Both teams also using the Shrine very well, healing up multiple heroes, this time 3 heroes by Pro.Dota, and before they used it on 4 heroes with Vici, actually managing to have a lot of team fights close to the Shrine.
Alright, so overall item progression, we're starting to see like just a couple things coming out. Mostly just the boots, but we do have the, as you mentioned, you thought that Luna was going to go for that Dragon Lance, which is indeed the case. What's going to be kind of like that first big item? I think we see the Sardar going for the Blink Dagger. What's the Juggernaut going to be wanting to go for?
Some usual carry stuff, probably Manta into the 4 or something along those lines. Clockwork scouting out the rotations by Pro.Dota very nicely, making DDC and End be more careful and retreating further behind their tower. At the same time, SF Illusions chopping away at that mid lane.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
Oh, you see the Juggernaut and like the Night Stalker all like rotating top where Luna was, and Luna just like already pulling back and is rotated down to the bottom, where they can now pressure that T1 bot. Oh, we have another Spirit Siphon coming out. Where was that?
From the drawings, it seems that they will rotate into the Dire jungle and start stealing some of their gold. Meanwhile, tier 1 tower on bot lane being taken by Vici, while mirrored Pro.Dota taking the tier 1 on top. Both teams seeming to be very comfortable with this.
Yeah, they feel like it's probably a pretty fair trade. Mikasa will end up getting that. Alright, and so there is going to be a rotation coming out of FY.
Both Bamboo and Biver standing on top of that choke. Some illusion scouting happening.
There's going to be...
Bamboo, it's the real one.
Tier 2. Looks like it's going to be the same case for 3-3 and 7-4-7. Going to be taking the tier 2 in the top.
I mean, in the end, this means that they're not comfortable yet, Vici that is, to take the fights against the Krobul Assault, since they seem to forfeit this tower. Actually, they are not. They're coming in, smoking, but the smoke is scouted out by Bone7, who does not yet have a blink, and could fall. Does not though, because Young does not see him with the rockets.
Oh, there they go. They want to go for the Bamboo. Potentially there's a hook shot into the cogs, into the Eclipse. There's the extra armor already out. They do not want to engage on this. You already have lost one. There will be a little bit of extra, but there is 747. He does have his ultimate available if he does want to dedicate it, but there's the Shallow Grave on Mikasa, but the stun from FY! The Juggernaut does end up falling, and now 5 still remaining on VC.
Yeah, and both Jugger and Bamboo's Night Stalker falling in that fight. This looked very nice for Vici.
That was extremely nice for Vici. I feel like if FY hadn't got that stun off, that maybe the Juggernaut could have turned that around, as there was Mikasa was, you know, well within death range. She was only being only survived because of that Shallow Grave.
It's a bit of a weird fight for them to take as well, because FY completed his blink going mid lane, but retreating. At the same time, you see in the fight again, it's a back and forth. Neither of them actually completely committing to it. Neither of them dying.
Oh, Yang actually does not manage to get the teleport out successfully, and as mentioned, there's no Shallow Grave available for him in that situation.
What I was going to say is that Bone7 did not yet have a blink in that last team fight, unlike FY, who managed to complete his before. So that was a bit of a difference and an advantage for Vici there.
Alright, they do ping out the ward as it expires, unfortunately.
And just keeping his farm up. rotating through the jungle. FY Mikasa standing very aggressive, pressuring the other T2.
So our Luna now sitting at third place in overall farm. Our Juggernaut just a little bit ahead of her at 6.6. And meanwhile, our SF farming away like mad, sitting at on top of his Dragon Lance. And it looks like he actually has himself a quick buy for he has the BKB ready. How do you feel about that item choice coming out of Mikasa?
Well, yeah, he needs to get off that ult because it reduces the damage by so much. And of course the BKB will keep him alive. The thing about basically this entire game is that if ProDota doesn't get the kill on all the heroes, like each one individually, and the fight drags on, then Vici will eventually pull ahead by a lot. And so this also means that they're playing against the time and need to push right now or soon anyways.
So it's kind of like one of these things where ProDota absolutely need to dedicate themselves to, Krub ult is ready, let's all group up as 5 and take this tower, and then we go back to farm, and then Krub ult is back up again, let's all group up and fight again. So
the thing is, it's not enough though. They need to first gain an advantage before they can go for an objective like that. Vici smoking up here, feeling, they want to sneak a Roshan with the Slardar. A very good choice.
Now we see
ProDota ready for that smoke, but not expecting the Roche at all.
Yeah, let's see if it will be enough.
Yang trying to scout out any potential. Smokes. And Roche will fall. Bamboo pinging out the Roche right before it dies.
Alright, here we go, and Bamboo going to cast himself, make it nighttime. Silence on the clockwork. Blade Mail is up, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, there's the Shallow Grave. And Mikasa trying to get his ultimate off in time, and he will! But it looks like 2 will end up falling only for a Bone 7, but FY continues to click away. 747 does manage to get his ult up. Will Mikasa survive this? He will not and ends up falling, but it's going to be 4 down. Night Stalker trying to escape to not make it 5, but Vici have certainly won this team fight. And there's the stun into a slow, and it will be 5 down. ProDota once again, that one team fight that seems to decide it all. The breaking point for ProDota. Is this what is happening again? Are we seeing a replay of kind of game number 1?
I think that, unlike last game, I think in this game, what's happening? Oh, I guess it crashed. No, just a pause coming out, some lag. The game hasn't been paused for me, very weird. Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, even if these fights would be staying neutral over and over, Vici would be in an advantage eventually, because usually with Krobulus what you want to do is you want to take stuff, but they were already not in a position anymore, even before they lost this fight, and even before they lost the Roshan, to just pop the Krobulus ult and take towers and get to something.
Alright, so let's get you back into that game, and maybe we can talk a little bit about the item progression so far. We see, like, of course, on our stream, the wonderful Captain Bone 7, Sexy Bambo, kind of just taking the pause maybe to discuss a little bit of strategy. And we still don't see a blink coming out on Bone 7. I believe that we have the blink out on Slardar. Is there going to be like maybe a bit of a turning point for ProDota if they are able to get the Flaming Lasso off, pick off one of the heroes and then fight?
The thing, I think this is like a problem with the entire Bat thing. While he did something in the early game and even a bit right after that, he never really managed to complete that blink, and he really had to do that, I feel, because now he's having a lot of trouble even getting any input into this game. And it's really hard for him to actually get back in there. He was close to the blink at some point, but he just immediately died in that fight. I don't know if the Firefly even did much damage. I don't think it did, but yeah, it's turning out to be hard for him to get back into the game. Of course, you can still always like kidnap a hero and hope that he dies in time. However, FY with his stun and soon probably going to have a 4-staff as well will be able to save that one guy who does get kidnapped. So, yeah.
So at this point, what do you feel is like the best choice for ProDota in order to kind of like get themselves back into the game?
I think it's really hard, and I myself am not sure. The thing is, you can't really get a pick off in this game, because even if the bat would have a blink, it seems like Vici is actually so well positioned most of the time that you just don't get that pick off.
Yeah, and we've mentioned that
thing where Vici definitely pulls ahead is when the team fight happens. Even this last team fight at the beginning, it still didn't really look too bad for Pro Dota, but after a little while they started to have superior positioning and started pulling ahead, and that's basically their biggest problem that they have to deal with, that they have to manage to actually keep their composure, keep their focus, and not fall apart after a little while in those team fights. But yet again, it's hard now because now they're behind, and their draft basically means that they have to do that a bit earlier.
Alright, so we are in like a little bit of a issue. Our Dazzle is disconnected, and we see the teams have gotten up and are just going to be discussing a little bit. So once again, as we mentioned with the new patch, sometimes there's a little bit of instability with the game. So what's going to probably end up happening is hopefully we'll just be able to reconnect to the game and get everything started, but it'll probably just be a few moments. Yeah, I also have unfortunately been disconnected, so I can't even really talk about the game. So I think we'll just take a moment. We see the admins right now talking in the booths.
What will happen next in this game after they won the team fight is they're going to take the tier 1 on mid, of course.
Okay.
Probably plant some wards offensively or anything like that, empty the jungle while they leave. And after that, Pro Dota will have a hard time to even get back into the map because they can't farm their own jungle. They will have a problem because they don't have any vision anymore. However, due to Banana, that might be slightly counteracted. But unless they get some kind of sneaky pick-off, again, it's really a hard situation to come back from for them, and it's near impossible even.
Yeah, I will say, just like on another note though, even though Pro Dota are probably not in the best position at the moment, at the beginning of the game, it was really nice to see how well Sexy Bambo was playing with the Balnar. Like, he was absolutely determining the tempo of that game with his rotations. It seemed like every single time he was coming in, he was forcing TPs to help try to save some Mikasa in the mid lane, and that sort of thing.
It's also that 3-3 actually managed to live way longer than he should have. Like, when FY had that double damage rune and he came in to try to kill the Crobolus, he did not manage to get off that many hits with that double damage. So in the end, Crobolus dodged those hits, got the slow up, got the leech up, and lived long enough for Bamboo to come in and make these things happen.
Alright, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for a few moments for the match to get up and going again. Let's actually take a quick look, so just a moment.
Yeah, it might have been crashed completely.
Yeah, it looks like here, yeah, the game server hosting this game has not been found, so definitely something on the server side, so not WCA's fault, of course.
I wonder if they will try to reload this or if they actually just, I don't know, we'll see.
Well, I definitely do hope that they, I think if there was going to be like a redo of the entire match,
I think replay the
yeah,
game
I think
completely
that
at this point.
PD would definitely have the advantage there. I feel like
PD?
Pro Dota, yeah. I feel like they would have the advantage if they have to replay, because they are behind at the moment. So, but I don't think that will be the case. But hopefully we will be informed shortly, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? I think we've pretty much exhausted talking about this particular game. Maybe we can talk about the previous games for... Oh.
Okay.
All right, excellent. Yeah, no worries. Just once again, can you please let us know when they're cutting the stream? Like, just be like, okay, you like wrap up.
Seconds.
Yeah, but like when we're talking about the game. Yeah.
风，后期的电竞新品首发，专为游戏竞技定制，冠军战队专属选择，龙珠女子战队倾城代言，专业电竞显示器爱感爱攻，顶级战场等你来战。
重塑对极限的认知。Alienware Area 51采用英特尔酷睿 i7 处理器。 强者并非与生俱来，而是源自强大的内心，是充满力量的心，是专注的心。它可以把控一切，同时不失细节。这颗心让强者卓然超群，打破限制，撼动世界。要知道，磨练可以造就强者，而英特尔酷睿 i7 处理器更让强者势不可挡。
这
来看镜头，
无关身份，无关性别，无关分数高低，无关内敛还是耀眼，无关体重，无关收入多少，无关命运、选择、前途、希望。这只关系到每一次当你准备战斗，等待最后的读秒。你是谁？
别给我说要低调，我根本听不到。想跟我讲什么战术走位，你最好先追上我。
盲狙、甩狙除了反应，还需要天赋。
感觉来了，枪枪都是黄金爆头。
节奏加距离，手用刀可以飘翻全场。
在我的世界里，
做不了最好的，就做最屌的。
穿越火线，不服来战。
The Alienware 17 is an epic gaming laptop with dynamic reflexes. Designed with incredible new features for gameplay so visceral, you'll have to decide how deep you're willing to go. With Tobii eye tracking, you can take aim with your eyes, unlocking reflexes for a host of gaming functions. Enable mind-bending VR with the next generation NVIDIA 10 series graphics and optional dynamic overclocking with the latest and most powerful Intel Core processors. Engineered with a new hinge-forward design and premium materials, aluminum for thinness, magnesium alloy for rigidity, and copper for performance. Featuring an Alienware Tactex keyboard with N-key rollover. The Alienware 17 is the ultimate evolution of portable gaming technology. The Alienware 15 is the perfect balance of power and portability for gameplay far beyond the expected. It's been engineered with premium materials to deliver more performance than ever. With magnesium alloy for rigidity, copper for higher performance, and a new hinge-forward design that enables a variety of benefits, like better airflow and improved ventilation. Equipped with an Alienware Tactex keyboard with N-key rollover, featuring the latest NVIDIA 10 series graphics and 2667 MHz DDR4 memory. With the latest and most powerful Intel Core processors and optional dynamic overclocking. Sporting an expansive LCD screen with 120 Hz G-Sync technology, this powerhouse of a machine enables incredibly smooth graphics to get you deeper in the game than ever before. The Alienware 15 offers an intensely immersive experience that doesn't just balance the scales, it tips them in your favor.
2016年 WCA 定义为升级的一年，力求在用户层面做到产业化，行业层面做到奥运化，大众层面做到全球化。新代言人的发布引爆电竞和娱乐圈，职业赛落地北京，世界各地选手在这里同台竞技。国际裁判首次亮相国内电竞舞台，创新的国家对抗比赛形式点燃了玩家的国家荣誉感。此外 ，WCA 持续进行亲民推广路线，着力国内外知名展会，让更多人领略电竞的魅力。放眼海外，与时俱进，保持与国际电竞联盟的合作，积极推进电竞国际化的进程。未来还会有诸多挑战，我们将一路前行。
无休止的重复，把真实的我渐渐掩埋。与众不同，一拥而上，却无人反应。我们都曾被现实困住，因为惧怕而自我封闭。响应我们的召唤，打破束缚，展现真我的时候到了。
WCA2016世界电子竞技大赛圆梦银川。
2016年3月 ，WCA 世界电子竞技大赛再度起航，英雄联盟、炉石传说、DOTA2、魔兽争霸3、 星际争霸2 CSGO 火爆开战，全球4大赛区再燃战火。WCA 2016职业赛全年3大赛季，横跨9个月的激烈角逐，中外电竞王者强强对抗，巅峰之战一触即发。高校赛创新来袭，史无前例开启国际赛事，汇聚中外名校选手，铸就电竞未来，成就校园王者。公开赛全面升级，海纳全球电竞精英，打造属于所有玩家的梦想平台。WCA 主题电竞馆，全民电竞舞台热力开启，火爆赛事震撼打响。WCA 2016还将继续加盟国内外各大知名游戏展会 ，China Joy、德国科隆游戏展、美国 Super Week， 电竞明星与玩家现场互动，尽享最纯粹的电竞游戏体验。2016年 WCA 全年奖金池增至2亿人民币，持续刷新全球各大电竞赛事奖金纪录，力求打造全球最具影响力的综合型电竞赛事。更加完善的赛事体系，更多元化的电竞平台，一切尽在 WCA 2016。英雄的竞技场，玩家的寻梦地。 站在最好的赛场上，让更多人为你欢呼。这是全部吗？不，你还拥有无限可能。
Metal aesthetics, floating keycap. Change it yourself. T-Move.
奥风后继的电竞新品首发，专为游戏竞技定制，冠军战队专属选择，龙珠女子战队倾城代言，专业电竞显示器 iGun 爱公，顶级战场等你来战。
重塑对极限的认知。Alienware Area 51采用英特尔酷睿 i7 处理器。 强者并非与生俱来，而是源自强大的内心，是充满力量的心，是专注的心。它可以把控一切，同时不失细节。这颗心让强者卓然超群，打破限制，撼动世界。要知道，磨练可以造就强者，而英特尔酷睿 i7 处理器更让强者势不可挡。
这
来看镜头，
无关身份，无关性别， 无关分数高低，无关内敛还是耀眼，无关体重，无关收入多少，无关命运、选择、前途、希望。这只关系到每一次当你准备战斗，等待最后的读秒。你是谁？
别给我说要低调，我根本听不到。想跟我讲什么战术走位，你最好先追上我。
盲狙、甩狙除了反应，还需要天赋。
感觉来了，枪枪都是黄金爆头。
节奏加距离，我用刀可以飘翻全场。
在我的世界里，
做不了最好的，
就做最屌的。
穿越火线，不服来战。
The Alienware 17 is an epic gaming laptop with dynamic reflexes. Designed with incredible new features for gameplay so visceral, you'll have to decide how deep you're willing to go. With Tobii eye tracking, you can take aim with your eyes, unlocking reflexes for a host of gaming functions. Enable mind-bending VR with the next-generation NVIDIA 10 series graphics and optional dynamic overclocking with the latest and most powerful Intel Core processors. Engineered with a new hinge-forward design and premium materials, aluminum for thinness, magnesium alloy for rigidity, and copper for performance. Featuring an Alienware Tactex keyboard with N-key rollover. The Alienware 17 is the ultimate evolution of portable gaming technology.
All right, well, welcome back, everyone, to the DOTA2 tournament here at the WCA. And the results have just come in after the crash. The judges have decided that VC have indeed won the second game, so that does mean that Pro Dota will be moving down to the lower bracket. And so I feel like that was probably a pretty fair decision. Do you agree?
I do. It was kind of hard for them to come back from that, and they were behind in pretty much every aspect of the game.
Oh, just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, sorry, yeah.